Piper Rockelle is in trouble again, and this time the internet isn't letting it slide. Over the past few weeks, Piper has been involved in a bunch of controversies that have people questioning the way she gets attention online. From the interview she did about her top spender being a 58-year-old man to multiple religious controversies, and now there's a situation about her talking about the hijab in a very disrespectful way, which makes you wonder why this is now a pattern, because it seems like Piper Rockelle can do any single thing just for her to get attention online every single week. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking it all down. With that being said, let's dive right into it, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of The Anatomy of a Mess. I am your host, Kelly. Now, if you watched my previous episodes, you will know why exactly this series was created. But if you're new here, this series was created to raise money for non-profits, especially in Nigeria. And the non-profits we're going to be shouting out today is still the Lagos Food Bank Initiative. The core initiative of this particular non-profit is to solve hunger-induced problems in Nigeria. They help children, pregnant women, or other people that are struggling with food, clothing, and other necessities. A good way you can donate towards this non-profit is by becoming a member on this channel, where all proceeds, I keep on saying this, all proceeds goes towards every single non-profit I have ever mentioned during this series. So you can decide to become a member today. I have 3 tiers. First tier is $1, second is $3, and third is $5. And you guys already know the drill. Any money you put towards this membership, I donate the exact same amount. So let's say you become a tier 2 member, I donate $3 plus your $3, making it $6. I hope you understand. Thank you to everyone who decided to become a member today. You're helping a lot of people one way or the other. Recently, Piper Rockelle posted a video that has had her under fire, which involves a fake priest, a fake nun, and a lot of religious imagery. And in this particular video, she's basically just asking the priest and the nun, which by the way are fake, if she can be forgiven for her sins because of her work. And as you guys already know, Piper Rockelle does OF.
Everybody tells me that I need to find God. So today, we're going to see if my soul can still be saved. I mean, I'm doing really great. I think that we definitely have different opinions, so I'm excited to see if you all can change my mind today and save my soul. But I don't think my soul needs to be saved. So.
And this particular video, I cannot emphasize enough how disrespectful it is. We have seen people openly disrespect Christianity and Catholicism, and this time it has literally become so normal. Like, why is this normal? And why is this a thing? I'm sure there are better ways for you to actually ask a real priest who would basically tell you the exact truth. Not hiring people to dress like this and disrespect an entire religion because you want content and you want your OF to be promoted. I hope you guys already know that Piper Rockelle did not go to this fake priest or post this video so she can be saved one day in the future. She did it because she knows that it's going to upset a lot of people and people would start, coming for her, which will make her more popular. Piper Rockelle does this back to back over and over again. So whatever excuses she gives down the drain during this video, you should already know that is fake. One thing that you have to keep in mind is that Piper Rockelle is not afraid of doing something that gets people talking. Whether you like controversy or not, you should at least admit that it creates attention and it gives people the attention that they so desperately crave. And Piper Rockelle has literally built her entire career on controversy and attention. But we really just have to admit that there's a difference between entertaining people and intentionally pushing the boundaries. And this pushing of boundaries became really apparent when Piper Rockelle started talking about entering the adult industry. As you guys already know, Piper's transition from being a child influencer to an adult creator has been one of the biggest discussions surrounding her, especially when Piper openly admitted on a podcast that she has always wanted to do this.
I've been talking about it for so long, and I've been teasing people about it for so long, and it's honestly just a joke at this point. It's just funny. I've been wanting to do this for so long. I know it sounds so terrible, but either way, I would be doing this shit on Instagram. I just didn't want to hurt anyone. You know what I mean?
So this is something that you did want to do and thought about.
I was literally thinking about it for so long. I was so long. Several months before I was actually turning 18, I was just thinking about.
I feel like you almost have a more confident aura from last time we saw you.
Well, of course. I mean, it feels really good to be able to do something that you've been told not to do by so many people for so long. There were so many people telling me not to do it that didn't know me, that have nothing, they don't know me.
She has also said multiple times that she wishes she started OnlyFans the day she turned 18 instead of her waiting a few days.
The only thing that I regret is not starting like the day I turned 18, because I would have probably made like so much more money. Like, yeah, that's the only thing I regret.
What I find really, really funny is Piper saying that after 5 years, all this would not matter again. She'll probably retire, stop doing social media, and just start living her life.
5 years, it's not gonna matter. I'm not gonna be doing what I'm doing right now. Hopefully, you know, I want to be somewhere completely different. Like maybe not even doing the internet, and because sometimes it's like a terrible place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you almost see yourself in 5 years, like maybe possibly almost just like off the grid. Like
absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe even sooner than that.
But the reality is that a lot of people don't just get to do this overnight. It doesn't work like that, especially when you're in the adult industry. As you guys already know, the internet never forgets, and it takes a lot for people to forget that Piper was once a model in that industry. So your past doesn't just disappear just because you don't want to get involved in it anymore. Camila also did this, by the way. She retired from OnlyFans. Now she's a multi-millionaire selling a course that a lot of people have said is a scam. I don't know, but people have been saying that it is a very, very huge scam and it's very expensive. But Camila is a multi-millionaire. She has made her money. And I think that is the path that Piper is going down, because her plan is to retire, no longer do OnlyFans, and go live a life after she has made enough money. But if this is truly Piper's plan, it doesn't really seem as if she's going about it in the right way, because of the amount of controversies that she has been in, intentionally, by the way, creating controversies for herself. I don't think people would ever forget. And one example of this was when she invited her top spender on her podcast for them to have a conversation. According to them, this person is a 58-year-old man and he has spent almost $1 million on her.
Today I'm here with my top spender. He has spent over $700,000 on me in the past 3 months. And today we're going to be basically asking him questions as to why he's spending all of his money on me and not his kids.
I'll end it real quick because you deserve it.
So in the last 3 months, you spent $700,000 on me, almost $1 million. So I just want to ask you.
Excuse me, close to 750,000.
Oh yeah, I'm forgetting about the car that you bought me.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm probably going to go out with my boyfriend tonight to like a steak dinner.
You know I don't like when you say your boyfriend.
Now, guys, this is obviously fake. This is definitely not her top spender. It's probably an actor, but his identity has not entirely been confirmed yet.
Where did you get all this money from?
Family money.
Is your family in debt because of all the money you've spent?
No.
Do you think that once I turn 19, you're going to like stop spending money on me? Like, when do you think is the limit? Too much money?
First of all, I don't think I'm ever going to not spend money on you because you need somebody to take care of you. You do. And there's a lot of creeps in this world. And I would not want you to hook into one of these creeps.
And saying this particular act is disgusting is a lack of better word. Even this man that came, even though he's an actor, you should be ashamed of yourself. You're a disgusting man. For you to even sit down there and talk about this entire situation is just so disturbing. At your old age, are you being for real? Who willingly agrees to do stupid stuff like this? And instead of Piper to stop here, no, she wants more attention. So she started inviting people that work regular jobs to her podcast just so she could shame them and tell them that she makes more money than them. What world do we live in? Like, how do people watch this and see it as content or even entertaining?
I mean, my job is way harder than yours.
There's no way your job is way harder than mine.
What do you do? What do you do? Build roads? Build buildings?
So let me tell you, I actually work at Target.
Target.
Yeah.
Target.
Okay, now let me.
No, that's
okay,
actually
hold on,
not.
hold on.
I literally spend
Now,
about
let me ask you this though. Where do you get all your beauty products from?
I literally was just about to say I literally spend probably about like $1,000 a week at Target. So like that's good. Like you're probably set.
So then let me tell you something. Who do you think stocks that? Who do you think manages all that?
You. I mean, but that's not that hard. Like I do that. I go to Target sometimes and it's so disgusting and messy that I do it myself.
Okay, well then you must be at the wrong Target.
Okay, but
that's not me. But what I'm telling you is there's no way your job is any harder than mine.
But it's just so messed up. Like, what is the need of all this? To tell people that you make more money than them and they should probably upgrade their line of work, and you work more than they actually do by posting a selfie on OnlyFans. Like, what is the need of this type of content? I keep asking myself and I really cannot find the answer.
You think you're making so much money on?
Honestly, I know like the answer is kind of gross, but I think it's because I like look so young. I mean, I am really young. Like I'm literally like freshly 18. So it's because I look young and people kind of like that, unfortunately. It's just crazy because like I just post like a morning selfie on my OF and I make more than like a top surgeon makes, like a brain surgeon. I make more than them in like a year.
And in this clip, Piper is basically telling the woman that even though she got a degree, she's over here interviewing an OnlyFans model.
So you're freshly 18. Do you plan on going to college?
Parties, yeah, college parties. I can go to the parties. I can pay some people's tuition if they subscribe. But that's about it. I mean, I don't really need to go to college. Did you go to college?
I did go to college.
And look at you now, you're interviewing girl, so. All right.
I think in this day and age where influencers make a lot of money, and I'm talking they make more than doctors, lawyers, like people who spent years getting their degrees, they make more than them. It kind of morphs their perception of what money is and how much these people who are highly skilled are supposed to be making. And yes, it's incredibly messed up where someone who studied for like 10 years in school is making less than a person who just comes online to constantly go after clouds and shame a lot of people for even working. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. How are you making more than somebody who is skilled and very intelligent? This is exactly how the world is right now, and I guess we just have to accept it.
Oh, I'm so disappointed. Like, I miss the old Piper. Yada yada hoo ha. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be here forever. I won't be affecting your life in any way, shape, or form because I won't be here anymore. I'd never genuinely be disrespectful or arrogant to a 9-to-5 worker. I would never genuinely walk into a church and talk about my OF. So it's very much satire. I guess continue your nice comments and telling me that I'm disrespectful and putting your opinion out, because I guess in some way it's making the world better, because if they see my bad example, maybe it'll give a better example for them. But I'm proud of myself. I really enjoy my life most of the time. I love you guys and I'm really proud of you. And continue your comments. I just genuinely had to just talk.
During when all this was going down, I'm talking about Piper constantly chasing clouds. Remember how I said earlier that Piper said something on a podcast where she was insinuating that she wishes she started OnlyFans earlier and nobody is actually forcing her to go into this field. That particular podcast that she went on is run by Kayla Malik and Jacob. So when Kayla started to see what Piper is doing on the internet, I'm talking about openly shaming people and also being insensitive, she decided to go on her podcast to talk about the whole situation, basically saying that what Piper is doing is fake and she's doing this for clout just to get more people to subscribe to her OnlyFans. Apparently, Piper blocked her for saying the truth.
Piper did block me. I might have ruffled some feathers, but it's like I didn't say anything bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bullying. It was honestly kind of looking out from an older person. And I think you called out some things that were fake.
I just think I get blocked. Like, dang.
Still follows me.
In our minds, we should already assume that this is fake because there's no way a person with a real functioning brain would say this type of thing on the internet if they didn't say it in a sense that they expect people to take it as satire or a joke. And this is where we get into the stupidity of this entire situation. Piper Rockelle mocking the hijab. This all started when Piper Rockelle was interviewing another OF model who goes by the name Aisha, and she was like, asking her about the hijab and if she would ever wear it. And in the process of asking her that question, she literally said hijab and then said Haktua.
Are you ever gonna put on a hijab? A hijab? Haktua. Are you ever gonna put it on?
Now, if you guys don't know the whole Haktua saying, it is basically an inappropriate comment. Just take it like that. It is an inappropriate comment that was made by a girl who literally went viral for saying it. Just imagine making that kind of comment while saying the word hijab. It was obvious what she was trying to go for. She was trying to ask Aisha indirectly if she would perform inappropriate things to another person while wearing the hijab. This is insane and this is crazy. Like, what? Why? Piper Rockelle got a lot of backlash for this, and rightfully so. Even got to a point where an influencer who goes by the name Ricky decided to call her out. Said that she was rooting for her from day one and she knew that Piper could change, but with the way she's going about this whole thing of constantly chasing clout on the internet, it's no longer looking like that anymore.
We are making the wrong people famous because I just watched an influencer ask an OF creator if she would wear the hijab while giving a man head. Or at least that is what Piper Rockelle was suggesting during her interview with Aisha. And now she's blocked me for saying it was disrespectful. These girls will say and do anything for a bit of clout. And it genuinely upsets me because even though I'm not even a Muslim woman, that was so uncomfortable to watch. And the way she was giggling after, like she ate with that joke, was a real slap in the face. I really don't care if a woman wants to do OF or post pictures of herself in a thong bikini. Just like I don't care if a woman wants to stay a virgin and not show a single part of her body. But what we're not going to do is mock and disrespect people for their choices. Everyone knows the hijab is worn for modesty, so to immediately make a sexual joke after is disgusting.
During all this, Aisha decided to defend Piper, saying that she didn't mean what she said and she was just trying to pronounce the word hijab. And she just said it out of like a reaction. She didn't quite correlate that what she was saying was a bad thing.
I know saying Haktua after wasn't the best response. I think she just felt embarrassed that she didn't know how to pronounce hijab because that was my fault. I made her feel like She wasn't pronouncing it right. I shouldn't have done that. She got shy for saying it wrong and she said Haktua. I don't think it was intentional. She wasn't intentionally disrespecting it. I don't think that was the case. She respects me and she respects Islam. She respects everyone. She's literally one of the nicest people I know. I swear on everything. She's one of the nicest people I know. Piper is awesome. Piper does a lot of things because she's really good at what she does, but I don't think she deserves the hate. She's a really good worker and she's really young and there's so much we've learned from her and she's always nice to us. So I don't think she deserves the hate.
Then later on, Piper decided to make a video because the heat was already getting too much. I mean, a lot of people didn't want this to die down because it's straight up disrespectful. She decided to make a video saying that she cannot keep quiet because, again, that doesn't mean that the controversy will go away.
It's time to talk about it. Communication is key, and me not saying anything just doesn't, it's not what I want to do.
Then she went on to say that she did not block her, which is Ricky. She didn't block Ricky, and Ricky basically just, let's just say she's lying about it.
I did not even put two and two together until I saw a girl talking about something I said, and I said, nah, what? I said that? What are you talking about? And then I looked at the clip and I said, oh my goodness. I said Haktua. By the way, I did not block that girl. She has every reason to talk about me.
And then she carried on by saying that she didn't really understand what she was saying and she was trying to pronounce the hijab, but then one way or the other pronounced Haktua.
The first time I said hijab, I said it right, but I wasn't sure. So I went again, and it was definitely not right. And it sounded like the last word I said. So that's what kind of popped into my brain. Only explanation that there is, because that makes no sense to just say it right after hijab. Besides the fact that I messed up how to say hijab, and it sounded like the last word I said. Anytime I'm on camera, my personality is like 10 times more than it would be if I was just sitting in my room doing nothing. Of course, I was, helping Aisha with this clip, and the reason why we're filming this clip is for it to do well. So of course my personality was like through the roof, and I wasn't thinking about the two of those words together. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. I should have definitely understood that I was talking about something important. The damage is already done. Completely well aware of that. Nothing I can say to change what I said. All I have to say is that I completely understand if you don't mess with me anymore. Totally cool. And keep clocking people when they disrespect your religion, because that's what you're supposed to do. And thank you so much for doing that. You're doing a great job.
I'm sorry, but how is that a correlation? Haktua, hijab. Gotta be for real. You know what you were trying to ask her. And I feel like these days it's just so normalized to include a religious symbol or what is seen as being worn by religious people to something that is inappropriate. I don't know why people feel so comfortable doing things like this. Like, I'm so shocked and perplexed that people openly say this on the internet for it to be taken as a joke. At the end of the day, I think we can all admit that the internet rewards people who know how to chase clouds properly. And I think Piper Rockelle has especially mastered that craft. But we just have to ask ourselves, at what point does it stop being entertainment and is now borderline disrespectful? This particular thing is not supposed to be taken as satire because you're disrespecting somebody, you're disrespecting an entire religion. Same thing as what she did earlier in the video where she was talking to an obviously fake priest and a fake nun for clout. Why can't you just do your thing without involving people's religion? In all seriousness, I don't know why this is normalized. I don't know why people like this still have a platform. As much as we don't want to give them attention, they find a way to get that attention. And that is what is happening. It is disgusting. Whatever you're doing, trying to pedo bait, trying to disrespect people's religion, trying to talk down on people, it is disgusting. I cannot tell you to do better because you probably not do better. So let me keep my word to myself. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye.